Dun, dun. If that doesn't get you pumped up, nothing
I'm telling
will.
you, it gets me riled up. Man, oh,
6 to midnight.
We are here at Twisted Acre Brewery here in Tomball, Texas. We are the Dynasty Wise guys. We have been amped up. We've gotten away from Facebook Live for a while. We apologize, but we finally, football season's over, baseball's kicking up. It's all going on, but Game of Thrones is here this weekend.
I don't apologize for anything, by the way.
All right, I took care of it, so we're gonna. So he negates my apology. I, of course, am Padu from Dynasty Wise, and of course, to my immediate left, I'll let you guys run through your intros.
What's up, folks? It's Dynasty Wise Jeff. You know me, Monday, Fridays on Texas Sports Review on KTXF. The real, brother.
Nice.
One of our major sponsors, by the way, Texas Sports Review, KTXF. Awesome, as well as Twisted Acre.
Twisted Acre. I'm looking at the boss right now,
Yep.
the main man.
And if you
Ain't he a stud?
if you
He
look,
is a stud. Robert, you're a stud.
and if you look to Jeffro's left, of course, you have the Mad Chatter
The
himself.
one and only. Yes, it is. He is I, and I am him. The Mad Chatter, Tuesday nights. Find me on Twitter, DynastyWiseChad. That's all that really matters.
That's it. And then, of course,
You don't matter.
the one,
Twisted Acre.
and the one, the only is Front Naked Clay, who's
Classless Clay. I've upgraded.
oh, it's Classless Clay.
Classless.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thomas
because
Clay.
I like to call out fighters on Twitter, and I haven't been, they still haven't.
Nothing wrong
I
with that.
send location, they don't show up.
They name the place, guys.
Juan Adams.
As if you're just
He
chiming
shows
in,
up.
guys, we are here at Twisted Acre Brewery.
No, I know. That's why I was saying his name. Sorry.
Always a gracious host. Great brew.
Mhm.
Hey, Spence, what is this beer that I'm drinking right here, man?
The Mexican lager.
Mexican lager.
I'm drinking the, I forgot. It's a hazy IPA.
Mine's the butt cream.
And Chad's drinking butt cream.
It's delicious.
And if you're not doing anything tonight, get your ass out here. Come out to Twisted Acre. Jump in. We're going to be having some trivia here in a little bit
Game
for
of
the Game
Thrones.
of Thrones.
Game of Thrones trivia tonight.
Oh, my God, guys. It's the
Hey,
last season.
winter is here.
It is.
Levi
It
is coming.
Levi,
Levi is
he
coming.
stole it. That's all right.
Hey, I'm gonna laugh
You're-
at this kid's
hey.
being born during Game of Thrones.
Dude,
And
You don't
can't-
put
and
that-
You can't watch it.
You don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
I just did.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Reminds me of why Davy's the black sheep of your family because he was born during the Elvis Presley concert and your dad.
That is correct. That was one of my trivia questions, but it's cool.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out with a black wolf coat.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm here. It's like, oh my God.
Every
Yeah.
time someone talks about Davy's birthday, people always like, well, could have been at the Elvis concert, but this dick.
He ruined it. It ruined. If you, again, are just chiming in, we're here at Twisted Acre. This is also brought to you by Texas Sports Review. We are the Dynasty Wise guys. We cover everything sports, a lot of Texas-based sports, fantasy football. Of
We
course-
cover everything.
We cover everything. Yeah, we've actually, as we got into Game of Thrones, movies,
Wrestling.
it's great. Oh, yeah.
We can get butt naked and wrestle at any moment.
Yep.
Don't
Hey, him
threaten me with a good time.
Spencer, him my Vaseline.
And by
What's
we,
I was about to
and
say,
by
let's
we,
lube up.
That's a family thing there. That's that we thing.
Chad acts like he's not a part of it, but he
Right?
goes 6 to midnight real quick.
If you're watching this right now, you are basically a Game of Thrones fan. You are a fanatic. You're just as excited about the. Are you guys feeling the melancholy? Are you
Yeah.
guys you happy? You excited to see the last season? But at the same token, you're like, shit, man, it's coming to an end.
I will say I am because Game of Thrones is one of those shows where you don't want to water down. So it's like, don't go for 15 seasons. Just go 8 seasons is good enough. It's a little sad to see it go, but
Yeah.
don't water it down, So I'm sad it's ending, but I'm also understanding why.
And see, I'm a different Games of Thrones watcher. I binge watched it in 3 months for the first time, so it's all fresh to me, new to me. So I can't really be sad.
This is your
like,
first
it's
wait.
sad. Yes,
I-
exactly.
see,
So
he-
I'm a little different Game of Thrones player here, but at the same time,
I don't.
I'm not sad to see it go. But dude, I just binge watched 7 seasons in 3 months. I need the last season.
Well, see,
now.
I don't think you've had time for the. I don't. Since you've watched it like that, I don't think you have time. You've really had time for the Viper Mountain battle for that to really set in.
No, but I've gone back, and now
The
me
Battle
and
of the
Diana have
Bastards.
gone back
Do you know
and
how
started
that was?
and
You
started
raped
rewatching things. Previous episodes because we paid for them all. So we still
Right.
have all the old episodes. So yeah, we've kind of gone back. We watched the whole first season, and
Just a heads up, if you're watching right now, if you're not caught up,
You're going to be by the time you're done.
first of all, you're not a true Game of Thrones
Yeah.
fan if you're not caught up. But there's going to be a lot of spoilers coming. We're going to be discussing a lot of things, and there's going to be a lot of theories we're going to be throwing around. I know I've got a few. I'm sure Jeff and Chad and Clay, of course, have a few, and it's going to be great.
Guys,
I've got
who knew Darth Vader was Jon Snow's father?
It blew that went in a completely different
Spoiler
direction.
alert!
Seriously.
I wasn't ready for that.
seriously.
He was disgusted. He was so mad. I expected that face out of the mad Chad.
Yeah, you got to warn a brother next time. But no, seriously.
Clay, what about you, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm okay. All right, it does suck to me that it's ending because it's just been so good. Like, I know some people are like, oh, I can't get into it the first episode. I'll give you that first episode's a little end. But, like, honestly, after that, it just keeps you into it. But at the same time, from what I've read, there's going to be some spin-offs and stuff about the history and stuff like different things. So I'm actually excited about that. So
And they're doing it
it
right.
helps me okay.
They're
it
doing it
helps
right.
me.
They're not
Yeah.
like, they're not just trying to do it to audience. Like, they're putting the time into this, building all and everybody's going to have their moments in the last season, too, from what I hear. It's like the final battle scene, I think they said took 2.5 months just to film the one battle scene.
I think it takes like up a whole hour plus episode.
I think it's like one episode
Dude,
where it's an
that's
hour, just a
badass.
nonstop
Because
battle.
remember
for
how
an
the
hour.
Battle of the Bastards was?
That's the greatest battle.
Oh wait,
I've
should
ever
we
seen
do
in my
a
life.
disclaimer?
I got-
Spoiler alert! Like,
Hold on, I got to
We're
make a
gonna
quick
run
comment.
things.
I got to make a quick comment. Lance
right.
chimed in and said, "Thank God it's the last one." Lance, I'm only responding to that because
Because you can't take any more than that.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's so
it.
great. Yes.
I think he's saying, I can't take the pressure. It's too much now. Thank God it's finally over because I got to see what's going to happen.
like his girlfriend already left him because it's
Whoa!
Because-
for Jon Snow.
because he's so committed to Game of Thrones. Is what I meant. He's like he can't take anymore.
No.
He's not gonna have a life.
Saying hello to Chris and Crystal, to Clayton.
oh yeah, that is
you guys for
mother-in-law.
I got to do a quick
And-
shout out to my coworker Marquise who showed up with his lovely girlfriend.
Is that
who I've
them right
yet to
there?
meet. Yes.
Thanks for coming
Marquise!
out.
Shout out
Twisted
to
Acre.
Marquise. Talk about this guy is what kind of made me more of a bigger Game of Thrones fan because as I was catching up in the 3-month span, I'd show up to work. He's like, "All right, where are you at now?" and then we talk about like what I'd watch. He's like, "Oh, dude, you don't even know
Right.
it."
Well,
And then get me hyped up for the next 3 episodes. where I'm
I
like,
feel
"Okay,
sorry
what's
for
gonna
him that he has to work with you.
Yeah,
But other than that,
there's worse things.
Right.
happen?"
you know,
All right,
I
quick.
forgot the guy even worked there for a while.
All right, I'm going to ask a quick question. Just throw it out there. It's not necessarily trivia related, but I'm going to throw it out there. It's Game of
Okay.
Thrones related, obviously.
No, I will not, Pat.
What death devastated you the most?
The girl that got burned.
Shireen,
Shireen?
definitely.
Yeah.
That was
Because
devastating.
you were hoping he just was going to turn around and not do it, and then when it happened,
She
it's
was
like,
literally
Rob
the
Stark.
sweetest character.
I like that one.
Rob Stark.
I like y'all's, but Rob Stark's a nice touch.
that one killed me just because of
It just-
what it was.
The
King of the North.
Now, as far as the actual character
They put
itself,
his wolf's head
Yeah.
on top of his
Yeah,
body.
see, that was
We King of the
Yeah.
North. Yeah, dude, that was
That one.
brutal to watch, man. It was devastating. I mean,
okay.
what had me is honestly Ned.
I almost
from
said
the
that.
get go. I mean, that's what
because he was the biggest,
Well, he set the pace for what the hell game
he was the
how-
biggest actor too.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's his niche. He dies and
He
everything.
dies and everything.
But that was, to me, that set the tone of kind of what to be expected for Game of Thrones. Like, hey, don't get attached to any characters because they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I can
we
name
used to
one
think
thing
that
he
about
didn't die
Oz.
in. Yeah.
but now it's even worse.
He
Okay,
didn't die in
then
National Treasure.
I got a question.
I don't know.
To bounce
He
off
did.
that.
Go ahead, Clay.
You know, you said the one that devastated you the most, whatever. But which one, I guess, that finally came that you were like about damn time?
Littlefinger.
Ooh, that is
I
a good
actually
one.
didn't see that one coming because typically
Oh, I
everybody
did.
or most, the general majority goes with Joffrey.
Now
Yeah,
there's
I was
a-
gonna say Joffrey,
yeah.
but I thought Tywin, when Tyrion killed Tywin.
Yeah.
on the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dignity
I think
there.
it
just
hasn't
on the toilet
for me.
taking a
Actually, for
dump.
me, it hasn't come yet.
And-
It's when Cersei dies.
Or when Jon Snow died,
Well, let me.
and they ended the
Oh.
episode. See, he didn't have to wait that because he died at the end of an episode,
Yeah.
and then you didn't know.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Definitely.
Let me go back to something a lot of people were discussing, like how did Arya and Sansa figure out it was Littlefinger? If you remember, either season 2 or season 3, Arya was actually working for Tywin Lannister, and Littlefinger was in there, and he kind of did a double look to see was that Arya. So she kind of picked up on stuff. I was a little bit of Walking Dead. Walking Dead fans love the show, but they love to complain about it. That's kind of where Game of Thrones, a lot of people were saying, well, how did they figure that out? And, HBO's been replaying them. By the way, if you have DirecTV, HBO is free right now, so you will be able to watch the first episode Sunday night.
Bait and switch.
They're doing all the seasons. They'll do another one tomorrow, but that's an answer to get.
I got
the
1
people.
through 6 already on Blu-ray.
No, okay.
Yeah, see, we did it on either Amazon or Prime. So we actually bought the season on there, and so we can go back and rewatch it anytime.
Shout out to the warden. Hey, warden. she had a really good take on Cersei though, because she actually she swung me because at first I hated Cersei, and then I was like, I'm kind of relating to the woman a little bit. Now it's like, dude, all right. She's a badass, dude.
Are you a brother fucker?
But she's power hungry, driven.
She
That's
is.
the only bad part about it.
She is, but I mean, the way spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, when Tommen died, dude, she just glassed right over it like it was no big deal.
Oh,
And
because
moved
he
right
But
wasn't
on.
she blew up everybody for it.
That was probably the sweetest kill.
It was, dude. But man, it was great to see it backfire when she basically used the High Sparrow as a weapon. It was good to see her had to take the walk of shame, but I was like, dude, when she took the walk of shame, I was like, she's not done, dude.
No.
It's gonna be brutal.
Okay,
And no, it was not her. That was a little movie magic, TV magic.
My theory on this whole thing still, and I think I mentioned it the other night with Jeff, is I still think Jamie's going to be the one to kill her. I think he's going to see that she's going to be the reason they don't win the fight, and he's going to be forced to be like, look, this is one I can't have your back on and side with you on, and it's either I'm going to have to kill you or everybody's going to die.
And me and Clay were talking about this the other day because everybody thinks it's going to be Tyrion. This is going to be the brother that kills her, but because it was foretold, right?
Her or Arya.
Yeah.
Right.
But it would. The
She's
most
on
loyal.
She's on Arya's list.
I would love for it to be Arya.
I think anybody on Arya's list is she's going to end up taking out at some point.
Oh, by the way, Ramsay Bolton. I was glad he died.
Oh yeah, the Ramsay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you loved and hated the guy.
He did a good job playing the bad guy.
He did.
Who's the person that's alive that you're just like, how is that person still alive?
That's a good question.
Mine's like maybe Theon.
Theon, yeah.
Theon,
Like,
Jamie.
how is that guy still?
Jamie as well, because he could have been killed at any.
While you pondered it, while you guys pondered that, we had a comment coming from the warden. She said, based on Cersei, she fiercely protects her family and her legacy. Can you blame her?
That is true.
But,
The Lannister legacy is a big deal in that family.
Yes.
And it's also fraud.
But you go outside of that, though. She's also,
Oh,
I am the
Casey?
true ruler. I'm going to kill everybody in my path. Not even the family thing. It's And even when her son's the king.
Sorry, keep going.
You're behind me, so I
Well,
can't say
Casey, Casey showed up, and it's blowing my mind right now.
who?
Where's Casey?
Hey, is that Jackson?
Ghost, you mean?
It's starting to turn into a little bit of a
Ghost?
party
Oh.
up here at Twisted Acre if you got some spare time.
Woo!
Man, he got
Woo! Man, he's ugly.
Hey, we got a fifth mic somewhere, buddy.
big. Yeah.
Spence has it.
And with Cersei, she's so dangerous, man, because to me, Tyrion, I think Tyrion ended up being softer. He's got that. I mean, he was very political. He understands that.
I think he plays the game the best.
He plays the games the best. Cersei is the best in the. I mean, she said she listened to the Tywin the most.
Yeah.
And she, I mean, when the boys were off playing with their sticks and playing their games, she was the one listening to Tywin.
Well, it's similar to the Roman Empire where, and my mind's going to escape me on the Roman Empire. There was one of the emperors was just a crap emperor, but the his sister, like it was like if she could be emperor because a lady couldn't be emperor in the Roman Empire. It's kind of like Cersei. It's kind of like Jaime's off being a knight, Tyrion being a dwarf. The family didn't really care for him, but Jaime.
right.
So, yeah, she's there. And let's not forget, one of the best scenes, in my opinion, was when Littlefinger was kind of being a smartass to her, saying, knowledge is power. And she orders her Lannister troops, and she goes, power is power. just
openly owned him.
yeah. Look who it is. It's Casey.
He's alive.
He's alive. Hey! Again, we're here at Twisted Acre off Tailgate Road in Cypress, I believe, or is it Tomball?
Tailgate and Grant.
Yeah.
Tailgate and Grant. Great place, great people, great brews. Lots of good people, lots of good food.
This special Game of Thrones Dynasty-wise live show is brought to you by Twisted Acre Brewery here in Tomball, and it's also brought to you by Texas Sports Review KTXF.
The Warden.
Real.
The real.
The Warden also agrees with Chad that Jamie's going to kill Cersei.
That does make sense.
Mike Robinson has not seen one episode of GOT. We're going to catch you up,
penetrate.
Mike.
Mike, you are typically my Oakland Raiders guy. We were going to get with you soon and kind of get your take on how they're feeling. But, Mike, you've got a couple days to get caught up, buddy. So
Yeah.
you just go for it, man. We got your back, and we'll send. Tell you what, man, if you get caught up, I'll send you some Red Bull.
Are you ready for our league, the other league, the new league?
Yeah.
All right.
So y'all are talking about
Game of Thrones.
Jamie killing Cersei.
That
Yeah.
people
So
are
I was
saying.
just gonna say he'll penetrate her for one last time.
But hey, bazinga! I love it.
Booyah.
There's so much. There's so many twists that are still open-ended and possibilities happening in that show that you never know which direction it's going to go.
Oh.
Here, we
Uh-oh.
come-
Are you
Oh,
dipping?
no.
Are you dipping?
She don't have
I
to.
can dip. I can
mean-
dip. All right.
Hiya!
Yeah.
Here. You can come. You can get on this side.
Robert,
if
you
you
want
want
to get in over here? You went the wrong way. Also out tonight is Hell's Kitchen, spelled HEOSKITCHEN.co.
Heyo.
Yeah. Well, I asked. They said like Hell's Kitchen.
Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, so we've got the owners on. We got Nicole and Robert. Welcome to Dynasty Wise. Welcome to your own brewery.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. We appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate y'all having us. Man, it's great to see this place growing. It's definitely worth it. You people are amazing, friendly. Everyone's friendly out here. The brews are amazing. So, and we support small business. And this is what it's all about. People are missing out if they haven't come out of here yet. I know y'all can't say, of course, but y'all
Thank you. I
can.
appreciate that.
No problem. And
Talking y'all up earlier today.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
you
Thank
sure was.
Still
So,
got your Willie shirt on, I see.
I came straight from work, pretty much.
so we were talking. What death traumatized you the most in Game of Thrones?
Ooh, that's tough.
I know.
Because they pretty much they're all pretty traumatizing.
Viserion, the dragon.
Okay,
Oh,
honestly,
she
good,
cried.
good answer.
She cried like a baby.
No.
I mean, just
When the dragon
bawl-
died?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
no, I did not
But had to
cry.
leave the room.
No, okay, exactly. I left the room. How do you know I cried?
Oh, I know. I heard the
You
whimpering.
cry.
He
like-
saw your shoulders
I
shaking.
heard the
as you were
whimpering.
walking.
I'm telling you.
Okay, that was the saddest.
Was it?
Probably not the most shocking.
What was your most upsetting, Robert?
I think the red wedding was probably where Rob Stark and
That's someone
and
else
he got
said Rob
whacked.
Stark.
You know what I love about
And-
that, though, is the ending to that episode, the credits go completely silent.
Yes,
it's
that
so
was
cool.
great.
Because after everyone watches it, honestly, you sit there and you're
You're in
just jaw
shock.
dropped, and you're just like,
In the book,
And then
she
the
comes
credits
back
go-
alive.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
throw
heard.
her in the river, and
Claws
she
her
can't
eyes out.
talk, and it's a whole different idea. She might come back in season 8. We don't know.
I don't
Who's
know. Catelyn Stark.
Catelyn
She's
Stark.
supposed to be,
okay.
yeah. I don't know. I like Tyrion when he had to kill his whore.
Oh, Shay?
Yeah, Shay.
Of
That
course, you
honest.
would like that.
Oh, no, that because he's sitting there crying the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah,
He
he is
loved
just-
that woman, yet he.
Did you know a
strangled this-
Daniel Arizmendi?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was another Willie's guy.
He should put on a Twisted Acre shirt, Daniel. I agree. He says, "What's up, Nicole?" Thank you, Daniel, for tuning in.
Hey, Daniel, why don't you put on a Twisted Acre shirt?
You haven't seen
Yeah.
Daniel up here since we opened. What's that about?
What's up with that,
Daniel?
Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.
Jerk.
God.
Daniel.
Friend much?
Hope
Not
your,
really.
hope
He
your
likes to
house
talk a lot of
catches on
mess.
fire. No, I'm sorry. Mine and Chad's was poor little Shireen being burned alive.
Oh,
The sweetest girl in
Just
the whole show.
epic.
Yeah, but
That
you
was
know
pretty
she was never
bad.
going to really get anywhere with that face. So
She was a butterface. So, yeah, So, but,
it is terrible
That is
and
messed
funny
up.
all at the same
is this
time.
Is this your worker? Is this guy a bartender?
Yeah.
that is Big John.
Big John?
Big
If you look at
John.
his face, his
Big
his
John.
facial hair, you can tell he used to be a Civil War vet.
Oh. Hey, you look great for 150 or whatever.
Hazy? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
All right. Now, what death
wants to help.
were you like, yes, finally, or
I
whatever?
think everybody's the same. I say
One,
that.
let's count to
Go
3.
ahead.
1,
What's up, Jeremy?
3.
Joffrey.
Joffrey. I went Ramsey Bolton.
Okay, definitely Ramsey, but come on, Joffrey. He was
I
there
don't know.
from
Yes, it has,
the
Jeremy.
first
No,
episode.
Ramsey. Ramsey had a
Ramsey-
baby killed by a pack of dogs.
He sicked at the dogs on the girl.
Man.
Okay, Ramsey was the most deserved, I will say. Joffrey was the most
Freaking God, that guy's out of the show.
You know what I'm
God,
saying?
that guy's
Like-
horrible.
And
you
he's
know
like,
what's sad is he's actually
apparently
like
the
nicest
nicest
I was
actor,
about
yeah.
to say, he's like the nicest guy, and he's
Of
got
course,
a good
everybody
level
says that. I
head.
wonder how many.
Yeah, you go to Jon Snow and he just punches you in the face. Like, yo, man.
Kid Harington punching the jaw.
Joffrey's
but
picking
Joffrey's
you
the
up.
nicest
Joffrey's
guy.
like, oh, let me help you up, sir.
Kid Harington have to get on a step stool to punch you in the
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know
I
how
know. He's
big
the
he
size
is.
of a toddler.
Ain't that
Yeah, he's
true?
tiny.
Now my favorite death scene, only because I'm like I have that sense of humor.
Morbid?
No, it's when it was the Battle of Castle Black, and Ygritte, who is Jon Snow's real life girlfriend,
Mhm.
They're actually married.
they're married.
Yep.
Like she's got the bow,
Yep.
and she's aiming, and he stands there, and then he realizes she doesn't shoot.
She hesitates.
She
Here's the
hesitates,
connection,
man.
and he smiles, and then an arrow goes through her, and the funniest thing, he goes, and looks, there's this little kid, he goes,
Got you.
Like,
I got
I
you,
got you,
dog.
bro.
I got you,
don't
man.
worry, dude. It's like,
I
oh my
got this.
God.
That's Ollie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ollie
it's
gets
like,
his too.
It's like,
Good
it's
old
like,
Ollie.
oh my God, I can't believe that.
You
It's
guys
like,
a
that's
quick-
so funny.
Quick shout, Daniel.
Yeah, we did.
You got it?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and you got Purdy? Okay, thank you guys for chiming in.
And Jennifer is yelling Joffrey. And of course, Jeremy, I remember you, buddy.
She laughed the whole time. It was like an evil laugh.
Jeremy
Lord,
Purdy, Rose Hill Baptist Church, buddy. Good to
Back
see
to
you
you
on.
guys.
Thank you for being on, man.
Hey, Jax,
Oh,
But-
what's up, Train?
what's actually funny is the new episode is going to air right on his birthday.
Oh, man.
That's what we're going to be
Sunday,
doing.
so-
Sunday.
Jackson,
about
are you going to watch Game of Thrones?
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's like there's got to be an age.
What?
He's seen Game of Thrones.
Look who his dad is. Come on.
No kidding, right?
Yeah.
We used to watch Sons of Anarchy with Emma when she was little.
Oh.
One of her episodes she remembers was a guy getting a gun pointed, or a woman pointing a gun to her own head and blowing her brains out.
Yeah.
So.
This is
That's
good.
good parenting
good
right there.
clean-
That's strong.
Yeah,
That's
This is
strong
good,
right
clean,
there.
good, clean family fun.
That's that kind of moment you stop right there and say, "This is what you don't
do.
What's up, Train?
You gotta
What's going on?
pause it.
Thanks for tuning in, man. We're talking Game of Thrones. You're too close with the mic. We got a little help here. He's cute as can be. Gonna be a lady killer when he gets older.
We find out who the dad is?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Those looks didn't come from this guy.
Yeah, I mean.
Look at him.
I mean,
I think he's more part
He's
Dynasty
cute.
wise than Casey is, right?
He-
That's
So-
when he found out I'm having a boy.
So, if I had to ask you, if you could be part of any house in Game of Thrones, which house would you be in? Nicole, let's start with you.
So I'm so torn.
She's gonna say Targaryen.
You think?
Probably.
So there's two answers for this. One, which would I, like you said, what?
Which house would you want to join?
Want to join or
Wa-
should I join?
All right, how about I both want or join? Whichever. We'll give two answers here.
All right, so I think I would want. Okay, I should join the Targaryen house.
And why?
Because they have dragons.
Oh,
Good
okay.
Lord.
I mean, that's
Well,
awesome.
she has dragons.
Would want to join Stark.
Stark, and because you just love that's the family you started off with.
Well, and everyone's like, oh, it's because she likes Jon Snow. Nope, that's not why.
Well, my friend Tom, aka the Train, he joined you. He will join you in Stark.
Yes,
He will join you
I
on the
think-
Stark. You look like a Stark guy, Train. So you know.
Yes.
I think the Starks are gonna pull through here. So I think everyone's thinking Targaryens are gonna pull through, but I'm House Stark.
Targaryen.
I'll rep that wolf.
Stargarian. Yeah, that's a good name. You got to combine
That's close.
Stargarian.
That's close, right? Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
I'd say Starks too. I just the moral value of that family in general. The man who what's the quote? The man who,
Man who
passes
passes the
sentence
sentence,
swings the
swings
sword.
the sword.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's just-
Fire and Blood is pretty cool too.
What about you, Casey?
I'm going Umber. No, I'm going Mormont.
Oh, because little
Yeah,
that's
little
the
Mormont.
best little
Oh,
character.
I
that little
love
girl.
that chick. She
She
is my
just like
favorite.
6, 7 years old, and
The
like
little Mormont girl.
She is vicious.
She's
when
gonna
she's
stay-
on that horse,
vicious.
just
Casey, you got a
staring.
thing for little girls? What's going on?
Whoa!
Oh,
Dynasty Wise does not endorse or pedophilia. We are totally against that.
No, it's just the way. I mean, think about being part of that house. The lead of your house, the owner of your house, she stares down these grown
Grown
men
ass men.
and goes, "I don't need a man to fight for me." And she's this little bitty girl like,
The-
I'm not gonna
Everybody's
be sitting
gonna
by
have
the
a-
fire and knitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry about-
she's
yeah,
the
yeah.
best.
she just stares at him like, "I'll fuck you shit up."
House
dude."
Mormont answered the call.
You, all
Sorry,
right,
buddy.
this is who this is not a major house, but throughout the whole show, a lot of people are saying, Where's that knight in shining armor? Where's the knight in shining armor? Well, it's traditional thinking it's a man, but really it's Brienne
Brienne
is
of
your
Tarth.
knight. She follows a code, a knightly code. She's a great fighter. She was supposed to be a lady, but her looks, her father couldn't, so her father said, forget it. If you're going to fight, you're going to
Yeah,
be the
you're
best.
Unless
you're
you're-
6'7".
Unless you're a redheaded
Unless
wildling.
you're a redheaded wildling who loves her. So,
Yeah.
but I will join the Tarth house
Okay.
That's
just
good.
because
That's
I
cool.
think it's a good house.
That's nice.
I do like Targaryen. Somebody said I would be a good Lannister. I don't know why. I hate my sister. So-
No, your sense of humor would be a Lannister for sure.
Oh, okay. Do we know this guy staring at us?
That's my brother-in-law.
Oh, it's the champ.
No, that's my
Oh,
brother-in-law.
that's the other
Oh.
one.
Not the
Oh,
brother.
okay.
He
All
thinks
right.
he's the champ, though. I tell you that right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So who are you hoping wins?
Nicole?
Oh,
Who
you
gets
go
on the
first, you go
throne?
first.
The living, I would say that. I want the living to win.
I'll
that's a
join the
good-
White Walker's
That's a
house.
good basic answer. That's good. I like that.
No, my
It's a
question.
50-50
Yeah.
right there.
Individual, who your wins?
Like,
or
who do you want?
on the
Final episode,
Let's-
someone sits on that
let's-
throne.
throne? I think that Jon Snow's too obvious. I think Daenerys is too obvious. I think those are just.
Are you going to go with the one I think?
Tyrion.
What do you think?
My guess is I've got two choices. It'll be I'd say Tyrion, and
Don't say the other one if you think.
that's who you're going to go for. But those are my two. What she's fixing to answer.
Are
would
you
be
saying
my second
Tyrion
choice.
too?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm saying
Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Who at the end, the last episode, someone sits on the throne? Who do you want it to be?
So I might be a little too passionate about this, but I'm gonna go with Sansa. She's the least likely, most likely, if that makes sense. She's
Does?
yeah.
because
So she's one of the main characters. She doesn't really have a whole lot of there's not a whole lot weighing on her shoulders at the moment. So there's a lot of conflict going on with other characters that they're gonna have to overcome certain things throughout the season 8.
She's really thought about it.
Trust me.
So
I
I
live
feel
with her.
like they're all going to die, and
Right.
she will not. And I think that this whole, out of all the characters in Game of Thrones through all 7 seasons, I feel like she has evolved the most
Yes.
as a character, and I can't see her going anywhere but up. Honestly,
the one good thing Littlefinger did, he taught her how
So
to
here-
play that
and I
political
will
game.
say
Oh,
this-
very good.
Hey, I will say
Very
this.
well.
Honestly, until Littlefinger, got his throat slit,
Yeah.
he was actually one of my favorite characters, and here's why: because every single good or bad thing, really and truly, that happened
Is because of him.
is because
Yes,
of him.
that guy was
He
pulling
made that show.
strings, puppet master.
He
here's-
was the one that killed John Aaron.
Yep.
And here's the thing: I hate saying this, but I also give Cersei some credit for Sansa's evolvement because she actually, despite what she wants to say out loud, I feel like she kind of idolized Cersei in a way. And between Cersei and Littlefinger, I think she's got it made. She's got the brains, she's got the looks, and she's got the house. So
Yeah, she has. What house does she have behind her?
Stark.
The
Oh.
Stark,
she's
but
a
also
Stark.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron
House
of the Veil.
Aaron, the Veil.
The Veil. She has the Veil because the Veil came in the Battle of the Bastards.
Sure
just
did.
showed up.
Saved John's
And
ass.
she has all the little
Yes.
houses. She honestly has all the little houses because I think once the North finds out that John
Is a Targaryen.
is a
Is half
Targaryen,
Targaryen.
Yep.
I think they'll all rally behind.
Well, he
Sansa.
was considered a bastard anyway,
Yeah.
so Arya's not fit for it. But Sansa, as you said, is well
I will
groomed.
say this: Arya's gonna whoop some ass and take some names. That's for
All right.
sure.
I love
My
that chick.
my extreme theory.
Yep.
That's Jake and Hagar. He gonna take off, and it's gonna be him.
We believe it or not, we discuss all this
Yeah.
at home. It's,
So my son Evan, last night we have a death pool up there. And
Diana's in a death pool
My-
also.
my son Evan, he was filling out he has 2 blanks still because he can't decide what happens to Sansa or to the Sir Davos. Can't decide.
All I hope Sir Davos kills Melisandre, and I'll be happy. For burning Shireen,
he told her he
needs
was
to
going
die.
to. I can tell
But
you.
yeah, I think that it'd be a really cool theory if Arya somehow kills Jamie,
We were
takes
okay.
his face, and kills Cersei with Jamie's face. That's what we're thinking.
I think that'll be epic.
Sorry, we're switching.
Switch it out. We're switching out.
Tag team.
So
Hey.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
And I'm just chiming in here. We were actually just talking over there with a couple of fans on the side about the possibility. I don't know if I'm chiming in late. If I'm late to the conversation, let me know. But we were talking about Tyrion being a Targaryen.
Oh, I'm almost positive. Some way, somehow.
Yeah, it's the way he got so close to the dragons
He touched them.
and all that stuff. He touched them,
Well, he
and
communicated with the
Yeah.
dragons, and that's what Targaryens do. Is it's almost like he was talking to the dragons, and they understood him as he was like, "Don't eat the help. Like I'm gonna unchain you." Like
yeah, and it's like there's like an internal. It's like they can communicate telepathically
yes,
and all
and
that.
that's how Daenerys drives. That's how she rides.
I think
Guides them, yeah.
I think Tyrion is aware of it, but he's too proud to let anybody know that
Yeah,
it's
Tyrion
not his.
That's why you always hear Tyrion say you always hear Tywin say to Tyrion, "You're a Lannister." Because I think feels like if he says it enough in his mind, that it will be true.
Right. That makes sense. And to me, it's one of those things. I want to know the story though of how he became.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure there's something there. It's just bird dogging it and actually finding what it is. You know, that's what I'm excited about, and I'm hoping they reveal something. I would assume they did.
The Mad King raped his mom.
That makes sense.
Because he was the hand of the king. Tyrion was. So we talked about this last night too in
Did you?
great depth.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that he was the hand of the king, raped her, had the baby, and he couldn't. Of course, he can't let.
Of course,
his
Lannister
house is so strong, he doesn't want to let anybody know that.
You know.
That might actually why he came out as a dwarf as well instead of that golden blonde beautiful. Yeah.
Yep. It could be. And I love going back to the previews. And that one preview, I'm gonna have to lean back from the mic, but he's like, "Burn them all!" And he's just sitting on the throne. I was like, that for some reason that just rings over in my head, and it's just so intense that little moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what they talk about. The Mad King just kept saying over and over, "Burn them all, burn them all," man. It's exciting. I'm really, really pumped.
I cannot wait.
I know me and the warden. The warden is, headquarters.
I understand.
Yeah,
Trust me.
We openly say it. She's cool with it.
Yeah.
But she does a great job of rounding these boys and keeping us on track. But we talk in depth. I mean, she loves Cersei.
Yeah.
She actually respects Cersei a lot.
I do.
And
I don't like her.
But
I can't say she hasn't done some things that are like morally sound. Like she loves her children. She loves her children, and she would do anything for her children, to an extent.
Anything.
Because Cersei is Cersei.
Anything for her brother
and
too.
Now loving your children does not change her character.
And her nephew.
It curves
and her nephew.
Her
her
cousin,
actions
nephew,
a little
something
bit,
like that. Right.
But I respect her.
She loves her house.
I do too. And at first, with Cersei, I've gone, and I mentioned a little bit earlier when we were talking, I went from hating her guts to, man, I want her to die right now to, man, what else does she have up her sleeve? I'm interested because she's driving so much.
When she blew up that scepter,
Oh, it was incredible.
I literally was like, did not see that coming.
That was great. That was
I
amazing.
knew she had something up her sleeve, but if someone would have told me she was going to do that, I'd be like, what kind of theory is that?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that from? I never would have thought that would happen.
Leveled the whole thing.
And that whole the cinematography of that whole thing with the music playing and everything.
Epic.
When Tommen tries to leave and the mountain stands there, the king.
yeah.
I was like, dude, it's about to go down.
baby.
And it's
I was thinking like, the gold cloaks would step in and there was going to be some sort of like war. I didn't think it was just going to be a annihilation.
She didn't even
Nope.
wildfire.
Just take them all out and be done with
she
it.
didn't even want to risk
Just be
endanger
done
her
with it.
soldiers at all.
Yep.
And she went with it.
Just be done with it.
Yep. And that's just easy peasy.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
lemon squeezy. I mean,
incredible.
just donezo.
I never saw Thomas stepping out the window, though.
No, I didn't either. Well, I was sitting, he was looking out, and I was
And
like,
then
man.
they just changed like scenes all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and you're like, did that just
What the
fucking
hell is
happen?
that?
See, and all right, I'll
It
get
was
you.
warranted.
Did he jump into onto a?
I didn't even see it coming,
He did
man.
it so perfect too. Like arms not even
Oh,
out.
it was a 10. It was a 10, man. No splash. No splash. It was awesome.
And I want to get y'all's take on it because that whole part. I mean, and just the way Cersei just moved forward, no big deal. Do y'all think at that point in time she had embraced that she was going to lose her children and
Yeah,
she was just
The prophecy. She knew the prophecy. was coming
she'd
true.
already been hardened to it, and after she lost the two, and she just knew it
And
was
at
coming.
that point, I feel like the prophecy has been fulfilled. So she's thinking, what else can happen to me at this point?
Yeah.
The worst that could ever have happened to me
Has happened.
Has happened.
Yeah.
So bring it, bitches.
Yeah,
what she
that's basically. I mean, yeah, you might as well. I mean, it gets to a point where you start to become numb
Yeah.
to it. I'm sure we've
At this
all.
point, she's taking everybody.
I
know,
she's
yeah,
taking
yeah.
everybody
I
down.
think it'd be pretty cool for Sansa and Cersei to have some sort of words at some point in the future. if she ends up taking the throne, Sansa, like I think might happen, I think that would be a really cool conversation. I think that it might even be somewhat, what do you call it? Somewhat
Cordial.
yes.
Or yeah.
I think that it would be. I think that Cersei at that point would see Sansa as like the daughter that she kind of never really had, and see Sansa as, okay, you've grown up. This is where you're at. All right, I can take this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she would respect Sansa in turn.
Right, and I like that because I think you almost have to, because she would know exactly what she's having to go through in the North with the power balance and everything taking place there. Because I mean, the North is harsh, but I mean, I think the South is just as harsh, but in just different ways. You know what I mean?
And now at this point, she knows. She knows that she did not kill Joffrey. So what does she actually have on Sansa? That, you know what I mean? There's nothing.
She's prettier than her.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
so
a
is
thing.
Daenerys,
You know,
so.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
Was it? I know I got here late, but was it discussed about what's going to happen, or if it's going to happen when Jon and Daenerys find out that hey, you're my auntie?
I think it'll be a shrug.
I think honestly, I think that's it too. I think at this point, they're not. It's not like they're brother and sister. It's like you know, the Targaryens have been doing this forever anyway.
Yeah, I'm
so
okay with it.
we're just continuing the lineage.
Yeah.
You know, that's what.
I don't want to
It's
stop
actually-
doing it.
it's
Yeah.
actually
And John's
better.
going, hey, wait a minute.
It's actually better
No.
'cause we're not
I'm okay with it.
siblings, So that's good, right?
Right. I mean, and I guess it honestly depends on how both of them enjoyed themselves, how
No,
much they
I'm
enjoyed
assuming.
themselves.
I'm
mean,
assuming.
if they had a good time, it's like
I
"Eh,
enjoyed it, so
I'm
they
good."
better have.
But if they were,
I think the only thing that I think the conflict at that point is going to be, all right, now
Who's
the fuck
who's
is
the
in
heir?
Who's
charge?
the actual? Yeah.
yeah,
And I don't see Daenerys stepping down, but I don't see.
I
don't see
Jon
Jon wanting
giving
it.
yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That's true.
I think
Just
that's
like when
gonna
he said when they elected him king of the North, he's like, I didn't choose this. Y'all chose me to be y'all's king. I didn't want this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
What do we got? Got a question?
Fire away.
Wow.
All right, it's like multiple questions.
All right.
Well, you're a woman.
All
so-
right. What?
Dragon, Jon,
That's awesome.
which one? And will that happen?
Yeah. Well, see, I think it will.
See, there's like multiple parts to that.
There is.
So yes is the first question. It will happen.
Oh, Ride a Dragon.
Oh, it's definite. I'd go all in on it.
But see, my other question there too is I think it is, but the other question about that, the other portion of it is, if Tyrion is a Targaryen, does Jon take over the Black Dragon, and Tyrion rides the other one?
Rhaegar.
You know, yeah. I mean that. Yeah, that's. I mean that's the question there.
Here's the question I have.
Yes.
This might be a little off too. Jon is he's died, right?
Yes.
Okay, I knew the answer to that. But
Yes. But
so here's the thing. What if somehow the Night King dies? They kill him, they find out a way, all else fails. What happens if Jon can ride Viserion, the dead dragon?
see, that would be intense because I mean technically
Because
there's still 3 dragons.
Because he's technically dead.
Now, my wife goes total X-Files on this
No,
stuff.
and
okay?
that's it.
I'm just letting you know.
Well, that would make sense, and that would leave
You
room,
could drop the X-File music right now.
that would
it would
leave
be
room
perfect.
for
Yeah.
Tyrion. That would leave room for Tyrion.
That would. That would. I'll give you a second to introduce yourself to
I
the
cannot.
viewers.
Kimberly
This
Jewett.
is my sister.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Just for those listeners out there that are out there right now, this special Game of Thrones, I guess, video is brought to you by Twisted Acre here in Tomball. Great brews. I tell you what,
What's your
honestly,
favorite?
the Mexican lager. This is actually, I'm digging this a lot. It's got the citrusy.
Mm-hmm.
I love the green card too. I mean, that's always kind of one of my
That's
all
the
time.
same thing.
Same thing.
Is it okay?
Same thing.
Cool. Okay, I knew. Good deal. Thank you guys for correcting me.
He's here a lot.
Yes, and I've
He will
been
be
enjoying.
now because he likes 2 of our beers.
Yes, I've been enjoying myself. Honestly,
Same one.
we
You gotta
I
try
know
the jalapeno.
last time we went through. I know we went through some of the coffees and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, yeah.
I was kind of privy to some of that. That was great. That was a good
Yeah.
time. Always great host out here. I know you guys. What are y'all typically doing? Do y'all have a Thursday kind of open house, or what do y'all typically run? Do y'all have a night where people can kind of come out and have beer? Or is that just every night?
So Thursday through Sunday we're open Thursday through Sunday. Thursday 5 to 10, Friday 5 to 10, Saturday 12 to 10, and Sunday we're normally open 2 to 8, but due to the Game of Thrones for the next 6 weeks we're
We're going to open early,
12.
I
We're
love
going to be
it.
open 12 to
shut
5.
down early, and then we sold tickets out. We're sold out now for the Game of Thrones watch party for Sunday. So we're going to extend our hours for anybody who's bought tickets to come out and watch the show together. We're having costume contests. We're doing raffles. We're doing some glass etching as well for Game of Thrones glasses.
Is this going to be a continuous thing throughout
It
the
depends
season?
how the first
Okay.
one goes, and if we can get enough people to re-up, then we'll go through the whole damn season if we can.
I just want to make sure the reason we did tickets is because I love Game of Thrones, and I'm one of those people that if you're in a library
If you paid for
and
it.
I'm reading and someone's laughing in the corner, I'm like, shh.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's like me with Game of
People who
Thrones.
love this show want to watch this show.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we were just talking about. That I've got a few of the guys from Dynasty Wise are wanting to come over. I was like, you guys are more than welcome to come over. We're gonna have hound dogs, hot dogs,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Oreos. We're doing the whole spiel.
Yeah.
And then they were like, I was like, but when the show starts,
Zip
you're,
it.
you're gonna shut up,
Zip
or
it.
you're gonna
Or
you're
Or
gonna
go
get run
outside.
off.
One of the two.
I am the worst host.
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes
I'm
to
gonna
that.
turn into the worst host
Yeah.
quick.
That's it.
Yeah,
does
so it's
anybody
gonna
wanna
be
kill
awesome.
those June bugs?
Yes.
Junebug's overrated.
And again, we're here at Twisted Acre Brewery here in Tomball, Texas, and we are Dynasty Wise Sports. Actually, we're covering everything from movies, shows, of course, Game of Thrones, and we are a part of the Texas Sports Review. Here, you can catch us on the TuneIn app at KTXF, The Real. Basically, every day of the week from 8 to 10, we cover all kinds of stuff. That's when we go into more detail of things. But thank you guys again for having us.
That's
We are
fantastic,
enjoying a
guys.
great
Thank you.
time. So, as
Who's your favorite character overall?
man, I've
You gotta have one.
I've got to go with Tyrion, man. I love Tyrion so much. I love him because and puns intended here, there's such little that's expected of him.
Yeah.
But he's made so much,
So-
and he's made such an imprint on it. Because of that, my wife actually got me the, I drink and I know. Drink and
Yeah, I know
things.
things. Yeah, that's great.
Just announced we're going to be playing our trivia here coming up, so people are watching online. They can throw answers
Oh,
on.
wow.
And,
Oh, fantastic.
We'll figure out teams and everything.
Let's do it.
It'll be coming up.
I wanted to make sure you
maybe
guys heard.
You and your family can be a
Yeah,
team. And
my wife is the heavyweight champion of this game.
Hey,
I
don't
Oh,
believe.
no
say
way.
that.
Oh, no way. No way. No way.
I'm
I got
telling you.
I
Have you,
got
seen,
on
have you
this
seen
one.
my list of questions in the back?
Yeah.
No.
She's the Muhammad
But I
Ali
got
of
you on
Game of
this.
Thrones. I
Have
guess.
you-
I've played
bought
it
trivia
on
books?
HBO. I've
Have
got
you-
it.
I'm curious if Jeff may have a couple softballs in there. I don't know how in depth. I haven't seen them.
Rope a dope.
Well, we were talking about it earlier because we wanted Jeff to play, and Jeff was like, "Well, how am I going to play if I'm doing the questions?"
Are we giving something away too? We talked about it, right?
Yeah,
To
we're
the
gonna give
winner?
him.
Cherry
Yeah,
limeade
we're gonna-
from Sonic and
We're
some
gonna do
great
a
brews.
koozie, some stickers, and we have a wristband. It's a number 3 wristband. So
Nice.
basically, you can come in
Gives you three
three
free
free
pours.
beers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you guys are, and again, that's a heck of a prize right there because the brews are awesome here.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And you get to hang out with me, which
I-
is
Well, actually,
pretty damn good.
what's pretty cool too is actually last time we were out here, y'all were just y'all were getting ready to
Yeah, yeah,
open
yeah.
the doors,
Yeah.
and that was cool, kind of seeing the before process
Yeah.
and kind of getting the, kind of behind the scenes part of it because there's so much that goes on here. It's amazing what they actually do here, and being part of the craft brew community.
Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely,
Favorite player, my favorite person is the
Yes.
Hound.
the Hound.
The Hound.
See, he's transformed so much.
So much.
Yep.
And
I was telling Robert that we were talking about most transformed characters. I think him and Sansa are the two most transformed
Yeah.
because they both have gone from being one person and wanting one thing to completely different.
Sansa was so innocent when we first started.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Kim?
Yeah. What do you got, Kim?
Have to say Jon Snow is my favorite.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a break.
I,
Come on. The locks.
but he was
and
he was
the-
another
I have
one
to
too.
represent 90% of the people out there.
I mean,
I'm
he
sorry.
did
And that's
die
okay.
and come back to life.
Yeah, that's pretty
So,
pretty bold.
He's pretty awesome.
And you have to put him in that category too of the fact that you didn't expect much out of him. You knew he was a scrapper.
Sure.
He had that, but I mean, he was a bastard.
bastard.
He was a
And he
bastard.
already
Going,
had
he was
all
going
the
to the
other
wall.
sons, you know,
he was going to the wall
to be
and,
forgotten.
and wanted to be a ranger.
Yeah.
You know, where the life expectancy and all that.
Yeah,
Great.
No kids,
Well,
no
that's 'cause-
wife, no
that's
nothing.
because Ned sent him off knowing that there was going to be a War of the Five Kings. Wanted him to not be around when that happened in case somebody found out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got him
Right.
away.
Got him away.
Yeah.
Situation.
You
take
had
away,
to.
take away his house name or his bastard name, whatever,
Right.
and he's
Yep.
and at that point
He's still
no-
safe.
But actually, his name is now John.
It's
John.
Aegon Targaryen.
Aegon Terry.
Okay.
There we go.
That's what he was born as,
Are
right?
these
Right.
good with rain?
Yeah. We're gonna find out.
That we
Uh,
found out.
They
I'm
call
not-
that a
I'm
drizzle.
Not, I'm
Yeah.
not melt, but that's
Right.
okay.
Yeah. They deal with humidity. They've done all right in a few shows, so it's
Yeah,
neat.
I think the Hound is his character is so cool, and he's funny. He makes the show.
He's so blunt.
Oh, he's got
Yep.
no filter.
No.
Love this guy.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's what I love about him.
He's
It's just instead of being, in the script being 20 lines of dialogue,
Yeah.
it's like you get it done in a sentence.
Yeah, and he drops the C word
Yep.
constantly.
a
You
lot.
know.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, my question there too is to you guys is when are him and the Mountain going to lock horns?
Oh, it's happening.
It's got to.
I cannot. If that does
got
not
to.
happen, I will be so pissed off.
Really
Yep.
hope he gets
It's a
something.
total.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, she's being the Night King over there, trying to raise.
I just saw something rise over there.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
weird.
June bug.
That's
One
a
of those dead
June
June
bug.
bugs over there.
Junebug.
All right, I'm gonna let you shift in.
Can
That way-
I shift?
Yeah, you can shift on in. That way you're not getting
Watch
soaked.
out, whose glasses are those?
Those are mine.
We've got a little humidity in the air.
Shift in over.
Can I just like put my back?
Hold on, we're gonna slide the tent.
We'll slide the tent just a hair. Hey,
Oh, there you go.
watch that right there.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you Army?
I was.
I was too.
Were you really?
Yes.
I mean,
8 years.
y'all can. I mean,
8 years Army.
I did 4. What'd you do?
Nuclear, biological, and chemical specialist.
Oh, okay.
NBC.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
I drove boats.
You drove boats?
Yep, it was the greatest job.